Omnia Foundation exists for one single purpose, and that is to ensure that we provide a curriculum for children that have not maybe understood or not gotten well in mainstream education. The purpose for us is to not label a child, is to understand them, and when we talk to the school and the school talks to its wider stakeholders, we ensure that we understand first where our children are emotionally, so then we can set the right curriculum to ensure that our children can achieve over time. Omnia Foundation is unique for many different reasons. That goes down to the design of the school itself and its environment. So the environment is a key purpose for us, because without the correct and safe environment, children will not be able to flourish in their agreed approach to education.
So here at Omnia Foundation, we have some students that come to us who have had significant trauma or bad experiences in education. And there are lots of students who've never attended their mainstream setting. For many of them, they come here and it's a very different approach that we have. And our students haven't worked in mainstream for whatever reason. And so they come to us for our different approach at year 8. And we work with them through to the age of 17 to develop their next steps, find out what the blocks were for them, and help them to succeed in the next steps of their life.
We've designed the curriculum and had that awarded by Ofqual in terms of our therapy first approach, our physical activity second, and education third.
Often at a student's previous setting, therapeutic and wellbeing understanding isn't something that's prioritised. So when our students come to us, it enables us the space and time and for them to understand why they haven't been able to work in a mainstream setting. And so from that, it enables our learners to understand their blocks, and it enables them to then access the curriculum that we offer and ultimately succeed with a qualification towards the end. We have a therapeutic first approach here at Omnia Foundation, which means we understand who the student is before any learning takes place. We understand what the barriers are, what the blocks may have been, what their personal struggles might be, and from that we build a therapeutic intervention programme so that we smooth over those cracks and enable those students to thrive within an academic setting. Our curriculum at Omnia Foundation has a range of different options for our students. Following on from the student-led approach to how they're taught, we have access to functional skills qualifications, vocational and technical qualifications, and even down to a unit award scheme through AQA. Really what we've tried to develop in our curriculum is an access for all programme that our students at any academic level can achieve the qualifications they need to move towards their next steps.
So Omnia, what does that actually mean? So to us, Omnia means everything. So we need to look at a whole child development approach. That's not just what we do at school, it's where the children are living in the settings they live in away from us. We need to ensure that we join that whole circle up so nothing's missed. And when the children that are at school are maybe not getting on one part of their life, we bring it all together. So we must understand the full circle. And for me, Omnia and our values, so the O means open-minded, so we have an open-minded curriculum to ensure that we can fit and meet the needs of the children with their educational healthcare plans. And then we motivate them. We do that through open spaces and physical activity, and we build relationships through that. And then we believe they become noble in life and noble citizens. And the feedback we get from the community when our children are in the community is that they're good citizens in life and they're respectful. So with that noble bit is essential for us. And so the open-minded, the motivated, the noble is really the first pillar. And then we strive to make them independent, and there's very different ways of doing that. And that's unique to the individual children. And then they'll achieve in life.
There's a range of roles that support our learners, from the academic team, our teachers, our higher level teaching assistants, and they're supported by our therapeutic team, wonderfully headed up by our head of therapeutic, through to our emotional wellbeing coordinators and our senior emotional wellbeing coordinators. But we also prioritise other areas for a learner's journey, including outdoor learning, and our catering coordinator who looks after their base rung needs, but also our future possibilities coordinator who looks at what their progression steps look like and what their next steps in their lives will become. So really, the staff team is very diverse and meets the needs of those learners, but also meets the needs of other staff members. And it's an incredibly supportive team. And once that team gets together, the learner is at the heart of everything that all of our staff do.
No, absolutely. And for me, Luke, I've always said, and one of our overarching values is the team is greater than the individual, and the school, the way it pulls together with its workforce and its people. And, you know, we do deal with very delicate situations with families and young people, and we take that as the highest regard in terms of our responsibility to safeguard, to ensure that children are safe, to ensure that they can, you know, achieve the things that they want to achieve. And for me, the staff in the school and the wider support services that we have all gel together, and for me it makes me proud to be the proprietor of the foundation.
Our local authorities do understand what sort of provision we are, and they do piece us with students that they understand will thrive in our space. And so our message to the parents really is to keep going, to engage with that process, to really advocate and continue to advocate for their young people, and see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that it doesn't always have to be this huge struggle in a mainstream setting.
30% of the world's population are children. They're 100% of our future. Let's invest in that and get that right, and societies for tomorrow and our leaders for tomorrow will be in a much better place. I guess we're measured on our outcomes for Austin. We're measured on, is that cost-effective provision? We're measured on, you know, the quality of all what we do. And for me, I think it's a great time for us to go and celebrate, get out there more and tell people, you know, through the lens of our young people and staff, what we do is the right thing.